Alright, it's 24 degrees out. This car's been sitting for, well, just under a month. So, what my issue is I started losing antifreeze, and I couldn't exactly pinpoint it. I tried to slow it down with some bars leak, but couldn't slow it down that much. So what happened was pretty much is after you drive it so long, you lose enough antifreeze, then it quit throwing heat. So right now it's like 3:35 p.m. But we're just coming out, like this is our warmest day. We were in the negative temperatures, so this car has been sitting. So I started at 2:30. I started knocking the snow off of it, and I got a salamander. Before I was even going to attempt to pop that hood, first I put it up about level to the latch and ran it for about 20 minutes. So now I'm running it to where I'm trying to bank it off the ground and try to send as much heat as I can underneath in there to the engine and some of the components. I'm not going to get it up high. I already popped the hood, but I know it's funny because this is just for people when you leave vehicles sit out in this and you think you're just going to go right out and start them up. And after we just sat in them negative temperatures for how long there? We were in them for a good 5 days. So I'm not dumb enough to even try something like that. So my biggest concern about trying to get this car unthawed. So what I'm doing is it's going to a mechanic tomorrow. And I'm guessing the radiator just needs replaced because there's no repairing that radiator. It's plastic and aluminum. But see, my biggest concern was these plastic door latches. I was like, man. So what I had to do was just scrape the snow and get the ice off the inside your ridges of your doors. And even though, it's 24 today, you got 24 is below freezing. So my concern was I was afraid to even grab the damn plastic door handles. So this is a 97 Buick Park Avenue Ultra. But anyhow, I got lucky. I scraped off the snow, the ice. I grabbed the handle. It gave me a little bit of resistance, and luckily it opened. But see, what I did is before I ran out of heat, I knew, I was like, man, because this thing, it would only throw heat for like, you'd get lucky if it threw heat and you drove around for maybe an hour. So you had like an hour, then you're losing your heat. So what I did is, back then I stuck my buddy heater in it. So this damn thing, good thing I checked on it. So I got it hooked to a 20-pound tank. But this is about the only way of getting this car unthawed. With a combination of that salamander, and it does have a new battery, but I'm definitely throwing on the cables, and I'm going to jump it for. I'm going to jump it. I'm going to put it on the jumper cables for 20 minutes. But just out of the blue, I know I'm like, well, this thing's gonna have to go. Why am I taking off? I have a 20-pound cylinder. This is hooked to the adapter, but it's going to there it goes. I got on short notice that this mechanic can look at it tomorrow. I'm not messing with this crap. I'm no mechanic. I'm not gonna try to pretend to be one. So, and I don't want to be one. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this car to this mechanic when he opens up at 8 in the morning. But you think you're just going to come out here and jump in something like this and just hit the key and go after it's been sitting? Highly unlikely. So this right here, that definitely works. That buddy heater, I use that in hunting blinds. I didn't use it this winter. I didn't get nothing done hunting, nothing accomplished. Seen deer, but didn't shoot any. But anyways, I just thought I'd document this little funny fiasco because I'm sure people are probably looking like, man, this guy, he's crazy. He's got a heater going out there. So, which I got to make sure. Make sure the bumper's not getting so warm it's wanting to melt. My heater's going on the inside. So my next step, I'll flip the little 97 Ranger around and I'll throw the cables on her. And I'm gonna let them cables sit on her for at least 20 minutes. I'm gonna let that heat run the whole time. So maybe I'll do a recap and let you know, but definitely a 97 Buick Regal Park Avenue Ultra. That's the supercharger on it. And in fact, you'd be surprised how clean it is under here. That's because the mechanic, check out the mechanic that it's going back to is the guy who put new valve cover gaskets on this car. He got her lined out. She's got 186,000, but I mean, I was averaging 25.2 miles to the gallon driving it. That's not on a major interstate. That's driving it on a 2-lane, 55-mile-an-hour road. So basically 60 mile an hour, I drove her steady, and the fuel average is 25.2 miles a gallon. So what I'm doing today is I'm making sure I'm doing everything I can for her to help her get unthawed. I'm gonna turn the truck around right now and throw the cables on it, let it sit and run. But maybe I'll do a recap. But yeah, this kind of stuff right here is what you got to go through when you hit these frigid temperatures. So just a little heads up, if you're not aware of this, a lot of people go out and just jump in something and turn the key. Even if the battery's not dead, your chances of it starting are probably slim. A lot of things freeze up. I mean, I ain't no mechanic, but just give you an idea. You got something sitting. If you got the few tools to do something like this, you might want to. You got something that can throw heat on the inside, and if you got something that can safely get heat without damaging your fiberglass and stuff. So anyway, I ain't put nothing up in a while, so I'm gonna get this thing started before it gets dark and the temperature starts dropping again. So that's my goal. Then at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll get over to this mechanic and hopefully he can get her lined out the rest of the way and solve my my coolant issue. I am losing antifreeze at a rate. What I'm suspecting is when it gets low, I lose my heat. It's coming like from up in the top right corner of the reservoir. But anyway, 97 Buick Ultra, supercharged 3.8. Here you got a 97 Ford Ranger. It's sure ugly, but I tell you what, this truck has 286,000 miles on it. V6. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta put the cables on this thing.